Andrew Berry did a severe disservice to himself yesterday. I just read an article in the Washington Post, and I got to say, I hate to agree with him, but it was just a bad move by Andrew Berry. I understand he doesn't want to upset the female fans in Cleveland. But Andrew, you already made the deal. You got to come to reality is they're not going to be happy with anything. But if you would have said, when they asked you, if you would have just said this, we emphatically believe in Deshaun's innocence. If we didn't, if we thought there was any validity to these accusations, we would have not even thought about this trade. That would have went a long way. That's all you had to say. Because then the women out there would have said, well, they truly believe he's innocent. Because it is possible to truly believe someone is innocent when 2 grand juries didn't indict him. That's what you needed to say, and you didn't say that. You know what he said? Well, we believe in Deshaun, the person. Because he's trying to not offend the females out there that are offended by this move. You already made the trade. There's no going back. You have to be honest. You have to come out and say, listen, we believe in his innocence, or we would not have made this trade. He needs to have another press conference because you need to have conviction. And that was just terrible. Andrew Berry looked terrible. He looked like he was nervous, didn't want to be there. I just didn't like the whole look. And I understand Andrew Berry's not a person like me that likes to be in front of a camera that can talk. He's not that type of guy, so he might not have been the guy to do the talking. Should have been Kevin Stefanski because he doesn't show any emotion, and I'm sure Kevin Stefanski could have went up there and said what I told him to say. But Andrew Berry's not that guy in front of a camera that should be there. He's not used to it. Kevin Stefanski is. And I'm sure Kevin Stefanski, because he doesn't show emotion, could have came out there and said something, although there were people protesting at Kevin Stefanski's house when this trade happened. So I know they don't want the backlash, but you have to come out with what I said. I'm not a PR person, but that's what I would have told him. You got to come out with conviction and say we emphatically believe in Deshaun Watson's innocence, or we wouldn't have made this trade. Point blank. And they should have had someone like me do it because this wasn't a good look. And I'm sorry, it was not a good look. You need to have another press conference, Andrew. Let maybe Stefanski do it, but you have to come out and say, we emphatically believe in his innocence, or we wouldn't have made the trade. Because the way you worded it is we believe in Deshaun the person. You didn't answer the question. So that leads people to believe that you think he's innocent, or you think he's guilty. That's what it makes people believe. When we all know why you said what you said is because you don't want to offend the female viewers. But the bottom line is you made the trade. You offended them anyway. If you came out and said, we feel that he's innocent, then they'd say, well, they truly feel he's innocent. That would have went a longer way. I think Andrew Berry needs to have another press conference because I think a lot of misinterpretation has been gone with this one because I believe they look bad with this press conference. And if you know your owner's going to be out of town, they should have delayed the press conference till we got into town. That's what I would have done. Like I said, I love this move. I personally believe that Deshaun Watson's innocent. It's hard for me to fathom that a 26-year-old man that's never been in trouble anywhere with the law before does this. And then they're talking about, well, he's looking for people on Instagram. Don't you think them women, when they see Deshaun Watson, they're loving it? Because if you go get a massage, if you give a massage to Deshaun Watson, he's not your typical customer. He's not going to give you $50, whatever. He's probably going to give you a couple $100 for a tip. All right. So maybe he's just trying to give back to the community. Who knows? But anyway, the bottom line is I believe in his innocence. I stand behind Deshaun Watson, and I wish Andrew Berry would have put some conviction out there with what he said. I just think he dropped the ball. And like I said, I know why, because he's trying to appease both sides of the fence. He doesn't want to offend the women and the people that are mad about this move. But hey, listen, you made the move. You need to stand behind it. And like I said, he's just not the right person to be in front of a camera. So this was a bad look by Andrew Berry, but he can justify it, or he can rectify it by making another press conference and coming out with conviction saying we emphatically believe in his innocence, or we would not have made this move. That would go a lot longer than what you said, Andrew. I'm a little shocked with your Harvard background that, and then again, a lot of people ain't good in front of a camera. That's just the bottom line. I mean, look at Sir Twat. He's terrible in front of a camera. Nothing like I am. And I should have been the one making the statement. So there you go.